Does spiritual practice need a multi-dimensional approach? What are the fruits and benefits of choosing that approach? The past 2 years, I've been exploring and experimenting with it as a new way to integrate the Buddha teaching in all aspects of my daily life. I personally find this approach much more meaningful, joyful, and beneficial as it challenges my conventional, literal, and narrow understanding of Buddhism, especially my sense of self and what belongs to self, the feeling of I and my, which are the root cause of all my sufferings and the chief of my defilements. The more I apply this approach, the little more creativity, meditation, insight, and inner transformation I experience. As a result, it has helped me to think outside of the box, especially the categories and types in the Buddha teachings, so that I won't limit myself to just these categories. No matter how this new approach nurtures me to think differently, creatively, unconventionally, or from a new perspective, I still act within my monastic ethical discipline. In addition, the creativity, along with an increasing interest in nature and in climate change, continue inspire me to look into the root cause of climate change, which I humbly think that is mainly caused by human ignorance, greed, and aversion. It further motivates me to study the dynamic of ignorance and other middle steps which condition human greed, craving, and desire for sensual pleasure to arise at the moment of sense contact, from the pleasant feeling, from the teaching of dependent origination. This leads me to share with you today how this multi-dimensional approach is brought into my daily activities, especially in the area of selfless generosity and other practices regarding the care and healing of the earth. So, as we all know, the far-reaching generosity has three types: giving material possessions, giving protection to those in danger, and giving wise advice and Dharma teachings to those who need them. So in addition to these three types, can I think of generosity as an act of protecting the environment? So why do we need to protect nature? Prentice Brodell, an environmentalist at heart, famously said, "Nature can do without man, but man cannot do without nature." So before I go into detail of my talk, I would like to give you a personal example of my greed when harvesting stinging nettles a few years ago. I vividly remember the first year, maybe in 2019, when Venerable Samke took me down to Tara Refuge to harvest stinging nettle nearby the creek. She bought only 2 buckets, so we left right after they were filled with nettles. However, the year after, when I went to Tara Refuge to pick nettles alone, the moment I saw how the fresh, high-quality nettles grew in abundance, my greedy mind would not let me stop harvesting them, even though I set up the cutoff time. When I reflect on my greed, I had a great laugh at myself because I tried to rationalize it. I need more and more nettles for my health, for my severe allergies, so I had enough for the whole year. In fact, greed made me want more nettles because it's free, abundant, fresh, and organic. It was about me and my health. No more, no one or the earth matters. It seems when greed creeps in, ethics go out of the window, out of my mind, as the sense of self and what belongs to self completely occupy my mind. So next, what are the other aspects of my daily practice that help me reduce my greed, my craving, my sense for sensual pleasures, which in turn decrease my consumer mentality and my consumption of natural resources for environmental protection? First, I need to distance myself from any mobile devices as much as possible throughout the day to avoid sensory stimulation that trigger wanting, longing for, or desiring something. I learned that advertisement urge consumers to increase their greed as many arenas as possible. That's why I prefer to study from a book than from an e-book or Kindles, to stay away from my laptop. Or after I finish buying supply online for the Abbey, I immediately close the website as I get bombarded with many ads popping up. Second, seeing clearly into the chain of causation or the chain of dependent origination help me mindfully guard my five senses more diligently and catch the process right at the point where feeling, condition, craving to arise as best as I can. Indeed, the more I internalize and make use of the teaching of depending origination, the more I'm aware of my greed, craving, desire for sensual pleasure arises from sense contact. We all know that sense contact gives rise to pleasant, unpleasant, or neutral feelings. This is beautiful. This is ugly. This is ordinary. Then feeling, condition, craving to arise. When I know this change of causation, I'm able to see that pleasant feeling can easily turn into thoughts of this is beautiful, I like it, I want to get it, keep it, hold on to it, and own it. This is mine. If I can catch the process even earlier, way down at the deeper and subtle level with an acute mindfulness, then ignorance is not given any strength or substance to condition all the rest to arise. However, I'm not at that level yet. Third, increasing my environmental awareness is a wonderful tool to support my ethical choices in consumption that bring personal and environmental healing, and to be more consciously aware of my unethical choices, which perpetuate personal and environmentally destructive actions. In fact, having a shaved head saves water, energy, time, and money. I don't need to blow my hair. I use less water to wash my hair. I don't need to comb my hair and worry about my gray hair or my hairstyle at all. Fourth, being content with what I have, enjoying the enoughness in order to have few material needs and few material possessions, and learning to find satisfaction with the qualities of contentment and gratitude. This does require sense restraint. not maneuvering to get more in the way of my requisites, not getting fussy or picky in terms of robes, food, shelter, or medicine, or in terms of external conditions, such as the right temperature in the room, the perfect meditation cushion, the soft and comfortable chair, or the firmness of the mattress, and so on. Fifth, reflecting on the four requisites helped me to be more clear about what I need and what I want, or merely desire. Since our lifestyle is more simple, the mind focuses on things very strongly and builds a case for what it thinks it really needs. If it isn't, actually, it isn't a need at all. It's just another desire because we constantly seek something more, something different, or something other than what we have. In conclusion, I would like to share a profound quote from Bhikkhu Buddhadasa. He said, "The destruction of nature then implies the destruction of the Dharma. The destruction of the Dharma is the destruction of our humanity. So may we extend our daily practice to include environmental protection as an act of selfless generosity for our personal and environmental healing, for our well-being, and for society as a whole."